Irashaimase, everybody. Hello. Welcome to a new episode of Pomme Stars. Hello, hi. Wow, there's some, how can I say, there's some muscle on screen right now. Oh yeah, let's go. Right here, we're here.
Right here, look, let me take that off so you can show it as well.
Let's go, right off.
There we go.
We're not wasting time over here, we're selling the goods.
We're not wasting time, no. We don't waste time in the shop.
Yeah, exactly. Who is my guest today? Can you do a little bit of an introduction, please?
Oh, hello there, everyone. My name is L2D Lambros, the big, bright, and beefy, and I'm here at the shop to show some of my favorite loot. You know,
yeah.
Uncle called and I had to answer.
Right, you're kind of an adventurer, right? This is why you call it loot.
Right. Yes.
I see. So this
why.
is stuff like you gathered like through journey in adventures. I see.
Exactly.
That makes sense. So we're kind of in a symbiote kind of environment here, right? Like you are the one who get the loot, and I'm the I was about to call myself an NPC. I'm the NPC that will buy off your stuff, right?
Creator, the one that values stuff.
I don't know if it's because we made connection to video games, but suddenly you were very robotic. Oh yeah. Oh. Yeah, so we did say at the beginning of the stream, right? We had some a little bit of a technical issue. Can you try one more time? Oh yeah, no, like that's I can barely hear you. What happened? We were fine.
You cannot hear me?
Oh, it's barely.
What's going on?
Yeah, I really don't know.
Wait, let me see.
I'm gonna also boost you a little bit. Some people were saying we're a bit quiet.
A bit quiet?
No, it's fine. It's a Discord. This is me. You were not
Discord?
at like 200%.
Oh,
so
okay.
I boosted you. No problem. But the robot voice though, I think you're back.
Am I back?
You're back.
Or do I have the robot voice?
No, you're back. You're back. The internet, sometime is kind of the enemy.
Yeah, you know.
Okay, no, but it's fine. It's weird. That was weird. But I hope you've been well. Too beefy, they say. It's probably interfering with the connection, right?
With the connection, it could be. It cannot handle this amount of beef that we have.
Yes.
Double the amount.
It's like the concrete wall, right? Mess with the waves.
Exactly. Yeah. That's probably what happened.
That's probably what. Yes. All right. So, Light, you did bring some stuff today, and I gotta say, I was surprised. And I always say that, almost always, when I have people over. Sometimes you have like an idea of what like they're gonna bring.
Yeah.
And sometimes you're just like, oh, that's interesting. Like I didn't know like they were into that, or they would bring that kind of item. Right. One of the things that is fun is that I do believe, and I'm sure that you're gonna agree with me, that big men are also cute. Am I right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's that gap more.
Exactly. And some of the stuff you brought, I was like, oh, wait, hold on. Like, that's kind of cute. I was like, that's pretty good.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
I think over on Twitch, on your channel, everybody, you should go check him out sometime. You do stream a lot of like Nintendo stuff, right?
I do. I love Nintendo. I've been playing Nintendo all my life, so
yeah, I'm a big Nintendo person too.
Yeah.
So definitely, there's gonna be some of that today, and other cute stuff. But for those who doesn't know, maybe some of your viewers are new people. So Pomme Stars is a pawn shop show, right? Where I invite people to come over and bring me some of their loots. And and I will offer them a certain amount of quote quote money. But I have to tell you, by the way, that everything is it's a currency, but the value of it is not very high on the market. You would think. I'm gonna show you for a second here. You would think that the JPY is for Japanese yen, but these are actual Janken Pomme yen. And they don't have like the exact like same value here. So I hope like this is fine with you. Because I had some people who were like, "Oh, I'm gonna be rich," and I'm like, "Yeah." The value of the Janken Pomme yen is quite like in the minus kind of area. So for disclaimer, I had to let you know. But for all good and purposes, it gives you a good amount of how it ranks among the Janken Pomme yen. Okay.
Right. I mean, you never know. You could go to another country and maybe it's super valuable.
Oh, I wish. I really wish. I'll be putting my eyes on the currency website. But yes. So after that, we have about 10. No, we have exactly 10 items that Light provided today. And we're gonna go through them one by one. All right.
Let's go.
I think we are set up. Let me bring the first item today. Where did I put that? It's right here. Okay, chat, are you ready? Let's go and start with the first item. No, that is incorrect. This is the 9th item. This is the first item.
We can start with
it's all good. It's all good. It's just like it's the free scuff.
Yeah.
It's there
it's
a
little bit of a tease.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's the freebie.
This was all planned. Don't believe Janken. This was all planned. We had it all planned. Alrighty. Trust.
Light, what are we? And before you actually describe what we're looking at, usually in my shop, there's 3 value that I like a lot, and I will be questioning you on them. I like to know how rare things are. Like, how hard is it to get my hand on them, right? Because this had on the value a lot. I like to know how unique an item is. For example, my favorite example that I say is a book that would have survived a total lost fire, right? The odds of that book existing is like almost none, but somehow like they made it, right? That makes it very unique, even if like maybe the item itself is not rare. And I think the most important one is the emotional value. So what's the story of your item? What kind of emotion like an item like put you through, right? So these are the things I'm going to be questioning you today. But now we're looking at an item, but at the same time, it's kind of hidden in this. So what are we looking at right now?
So we're looking at the 1/6 scale figure of Yue. I don't know if you guys are familiar with card character Sakura. But that was the show that I watched when I was a kid. I come back from school and watched card captor Sakura. And there's the figure.
There's the figure.
I have him in a box because, it's a very special figure, and it's also very valuable because if you are familiar with figure collecting, usually male characters outside of shonen shows don't get a lot of figures. It's very rare that they get figures. It's usually just the girls. If you look at Sakura figures, she has like 1,000 figures by Yes Smile Company. Sure. She had so many, but if you see all the other characters, he really doesn't have. They don't have that much, right? So this UF figure I copped it when it was up for pre-order, He was actually my favorite character. Actually, when I was a kid, I did have a crush on Yukito. And it got to the point where I was like really jealous of Toya, which was Sakura's brother. They're the parent, right? So I was very like mad. I remember being a kid and being like, it should be me. But,
it should be me.
Exactly, it should be me.
I remember the show. But I think this is like they have a forum or something here, right? Like
exactly.
Yeah. It's the guy with the glasses and the white hair usually, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. This is his actual form. Yeah.
Right. Because like he was an angel. Man, it's been a while. I don't remember it. Some characters like are not actually like humans, like but like for the whole like
like Kato and the little pets that Sakura had and everything. So this figure was just the minute that I saw it, I was like, I need to have it. And I also knew that there wasn't going to be another chance to get it. This still hasn't gotten a re-release. Some figures get re-released if they're popular.
Okay, that's the kind of important things to know. Like that, the kind of thing that helped me. Knowing the value of it. And when you said at the beginning you keep it in a box, I'm like, you're saying that to the right person. I'm the kind of person who does that with the things that I think like have higher value. I will be like looking at them and I will be like, I want you on my shelf, but I know that you're better in the box.
Exactly. And the thing with figures as well is that they get pretty dirty very easily.
Yes,
like the dust
it's crazy.
For a figure
it gets everywhere. Oh my God.
Everywhere.
Yes. It's really messy.
Yeah, being a white figure as well with the wings and everything. There's so many little places where dust can get in.
And discoloration is quite easy.
Exactly.
Like if you have a little bit too much sun exposed on this kind of PVC, it can definitely get yellowed a little bit.
Yeah, you are a man of culture, Janken.
I know my stuff. I know my stuff. I do enjoy collecting.
You sure do.
So what I like about this figure also is it has something that not a lot of figure dare. It is a floating figure that has like the whole like stand to make it kind of floaty, sitting in the air, which is really interesting. I think it really makes the figure unique. Because it's really easy to just have the figure of like the guy who's just standing and he's just there or any other. I really like my figure when they do like crazy poses. I had one like of a character kind of looked like Chun-Li. I don't remember what's the name of the character. And they would do like a kick and then they would have just like one standing on one leg. The kind of the pose that really makes it
dynamic.
Special. Exactly, dynamic, right?
It's a really dynamic pose and all that. And it's very difficult to do these kind of poses with figures because, as you know, you either have to have a wire or, So in this case, I feel like it looks good, like having that part. It's not that intrusive, like in other figures, for example, that they need to put like a wire on it.
Yes.
And it really looks out of place. So in this case, it looks nice.
Yeah, I like it.
It feels like it's part of the image if there was one. So yeah, this is the UF figure. This is my favorite figure. I actually got this figure while I was in another place, so I had to ship it back and everything. And it was the figure that I decided to choose from the scale ones because I had a couple of other ones. And this was the one that I was like, you know what? This is the one that has the most value to me. The one that I know I probably wouldn't be able to get in the future. So I was like,
that is always a big key factor on the value stuff. I usually do a little bit of research on items, but I gotta admit I was like really swamped this week. So I haven't really make research for your goods today. So I'm gonna rely on you to tell me if when I make some prediction on prices, And you can counter offer, of course, when I'm about to make an offer, right? In this case, I really expect you to let me know when I'm in the wrong.
Right.
Your favorite character had a lot of meaning when you were a younger light, and kind of rare. Only one print. This could be worth a lot of money. Without making any research and thinking that I have to resell it, I think, and it's in the box. Oh man, has it ever been outside of the box?
Just for a little bit, but it wasn't much.
All right. It's still good, because you can just like put it back like in the plastic holder that it comes in, right?
Exactly. I have everything in the box. Like,
the
baby is very well taken care of.
I think, and by the way, even if they are not real yen, I still use the yen concept where you gotta remove 20 to kind of compare it to more American amount.
That 101.
I think, thinking that I have to resell it. Do I go more? I go a little bit more. I'm gonna go with my first offer. That is a little bit move on me. I would say 35,000 Janken Pomme, which is about 350 if we were. I assume you probably bought it for, well, without all the import and shenanigan, right? You probably got it for about 10,000, I imagine.
Yeah, it was around that price.
Usually
when it came out, like 11,000. Yeah.
And now because it's, I kind of tripled that for both the fact that it's your favorite character and it's hard to get, and also the fact that I have to resell that afterward, which is probably a little bit more than that.
You gotta get the profit and everything.
Exactly. How does that sound to you? I know you would probably not sell it, but just like on the value aspect.
Yeah, for like the value that I have, you know, the value that I give it, I would say a little bit higher, I would say.
Yeah? How much would you say?
Recently I would say like 400, 40. Yeah. Because I saw resale prices lately, and it was around 400 USD for this figure. Yeah.
Interesting.
Because it hasn't been re-released, and this came out in 2018, so it's
18.
It's quite
okay.
Rarity.
Well, at least.
But yeah, I think it's around there.
I gotta say, my man Light here, he knows how it works, right? Some people, I swear, I'm telling you, some people, when I tell them, like, do you have a counter offer? They're just like, I don't know, I want more money. And I'm like, that's not a counter offer, but at least you did tell me that you did see it. You did see it higher. Yeah. You did see it elsewhere at a higher sell price. So whoa. Let's calm down with the number here. Let's go and give you. I think I can match what you said. I think that because it did it. However, the moment though that it gets, if it gets a second print, the value is dropping like woo instantly. So I better like resell that real fast.
No, but you might hold on to it because there's a new Sakura season coming up. And that might drive up the value as well.
Man, you know? I used to watch a lot of anime. Like I had my phase where I was watching a lot of anime, and I would like see what's coming in the next season and all that stuff. But like I've really fallen. Even if I did not mention, but even if despite like we're in virtual
despite being
Japan
anime
here,
people, you know,
right, and being in virtual Tokyo, like, right? So I just don't
Yeah, no, but I
follow
get
it
it.
that much. But it's cool that it's coming back. I feel there's a lot of shows that are coming back.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. I feel like we're going through our own Disney remake era in the anime world. Like Ranma is coming back, Samurai X is coming back.
Oh no!
There was a little disconnection.
Oh well.
What is going on, B2 Studio? I think the portal between our realms is a little bit unstable right
exactly
now.
Right. I was telling you how I'm in virtual Japan here, and maybe some people were like, how did he make it to there we go. The magic is broken now. Let's see.
It's part of it, but at least you guys hear my voice. That's
we hear you.
That's the good thing. We can keep talking.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna wait for you to be back before we go to on the next item. But I gotta say, I gotta tell you, fetching like that amount on one item, you're probably going to get a good amount in the end, because that's a good price, I think, for an item. Some people they bring me stuff, and I'm just like, I can literally get it on Amazon right now. When I can get stuff like right now,
rare stuff. I wanted to bring you stuff that would be, a little bit difficult to find.
And you know what is fascinating to me is the portal coming back, by the way, or there's something blocking it?
I think so. I am trying to change the server just to see if it works a little bit better. The thing is like connecting me and then disconnecting me. But
really,
let me see it. But we can keep talking.
Okay.
Not we.
I was saying one of the things that is really good and really fun to me is that every time I'm wondering, are people actually interested in showing some items like on the show, right? And every time I get surprised that a lot of people collect a lot more than I initially think. It's like, at some degree, most people, not all, I had some people who are just like, I have no space to put anything, so I can't collect. But most people, through their journey, if I can say it like that, they always end up like keeping stuff that has value, right? So it always surprised me, because it's not like something that people like will talk about, to their viewers. So when I question people like, would you be interested? And then they always have like some stuff to show. And I guess maybe being VTuber, being a little bit of a weeb kind of community, just a touch. Maybe the collecting spirit is something that like most of us have in a way. So it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, no, I agree. There's some collecting too. You see it grow.
Oh no!
The memory of the first item that
you're now a robot ghost. I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said. The portal magic is very unstable today.
It's very stable, isn't it? Let me see.
I think when you were on mobile portal, it was almost better than that.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, let's go. Go there. If you want to go on a night little break.
I can't hear yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait for your cue. But yeah, I am always very impressed. Yeah, the mobile portal. I'm always impressed how much like people have stuff to show. It's really cool. The portal's data plan is trolling the ley line of the universe. Yes. All right. I'm gonna put this item away because we're gonna get ready for the second item. And once that the portal are back, question mark.
Okay.
We'll see. Okay, now I heard your voice normally.
Do you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
That's step one.
Okay, good. We have that. Let me join.
Yeah, that's one thing I was telling to Light before I stream. In virtual Japan, I think it happened like once in almost 3 years now, where I had like major, let's call it portal issue.
See,
I've been very
portal
blessed. I've been very blessed on my hand. We are not thinking with portal. We're always thinking with
There we go.
portal. Oh,
Do you hear me now?
I hear you. I don't see you though.
Okay. Okay, let me see. Because V2 Studio is going crazy right now.
Really?
Yeah, but I think it should be good now. Let's see. It connects me and it disconnects me. Give me a minute.
Did you try unplug it and plug it back?
Yeah, we're gonna try that right now.
You're gonna get to know Janken the QA. That's also a part of me.
Yeah. The thing is, I was literally talking to Janken about this. Like, I literally came here and I was on mobile data, and then the internet came back and everything, and I was like, I'm doing this collab, no matter what.
Yeah. If I can say the story, I've actually reached to Light quite some time, because it's like, you know, big brother Harry and all that jazz. Like, I gotta reach out to that man. I gotta talk to him. I gotta do something with him, right? And you know, life, and then making schedule line up and all that jazz. It's been in the making. It's been in the making. So this is why Light was just like, no, this is happening no matter what. That's funny, because sometimes I'm not sure like if he's there or not. Are you there? Well, everybody, let's chat a little bit until, let me just check. Maybe he sent me messages. I think he did. All right. So while we wait for Light to fix his portal. Oh yeah, exactly. But it don't hear me. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, definitely. I've been wanting like to do something with Light for some time, right? So yeah, I was very excited. It was happening and everything. But of course, like, it's always like there has to be more challenges. It's like our collab was like tested. It's big tested. It's like the ley line, like your rabbit was saying. But yeah, what is fun, right, is that I didn't have the chance to like talk a lot with Light before, and when we do Pomme Star, even like as a icebreaker, what is really good is that, you know, I don't know about you guys, but I get to learn about people so much just through the items they have and the things they like. I feel when we do like VTuber debut, right? When we do VTuber debut, we go through like the PowerPoint and like you list all those things, but it doesn't like connect. It doesn't connect as much. It doesn't connect as much as like item. I feel that because there's a person, it's kind of personal a little bit, right? So that's really cool. So I'm really happy, and I hope that we can fix the portal over here. Yeah, I do think that mobile was actually more stable. I think that I'm ready for anyone who ever moves to Japan to give them the name of my ISP, just so they know that I never had any problems. So if people like comes to Japan like to become streamer and that such, we have really stable. Some of them are not, but the one that I have are pretty good. All right. Hey everybody.
Did you hear me?
Oh, yes, I do.
You know, everything seems to be stable, but the only thing that is not working that well is VTube Studio. VTube Studio is the thing that is freaking out a little bit.
Even
like
if you stop and maybe I can just remake. Maybe I can just remake
maybe it could be that.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna re-invite you.
Form.
Okay. Yeah, back in ghost form. Okay, we're just gonna stop this because it works when you're solo, right?
Yeah, it does work
right
now, but it's just like weirdly like it says disconnected, and then back to the
Okay, how do I stop it? Oh, it's already stopped. Okay. I'm gonna re-invite you. We're gonna try this again.
We're gonna try it just to make it a little bit more suspenseful.
Exactly. It's like it's we gotta work for it. I restarted the hosting. If you can try to rejoin.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Let me see.
Yes. It's not there we go. Yeah, it's something that broke in the connection. He's gonna be back. Okay, don't worry. He's gonna be very tiny.
Yeah.
It's not real. It's the portal illusion. Yes, exactly.
There we go.
On your side.
Yeah, on your side, I see it on my side. I think on your side, it's taking a bit.
Yeah, it's the portal delay. I will not stop like using portal for just about anything that happens today.
No, it's great, isn't it? It's good. Yeah, I had to go all the way through the portal in here, and you know,
it was on cooldown.
It should be on. Yeah, we're on cooldown right now, but you guys can hear my voice. You know, you guys get to see the spirit form first, and then the physical form. That's how it works here. Yeah.
Gotta be worthy for all the mass that is coming true.
Exactly. Hey, but this will be a great edited YouTube video. You know, this will be a great segment to edit.
The portal logic in Pomme Stars. Oh, come on! It's why is it making make us wait?
Studio, what?
Come on! Yeah. I had that once where someone took 15 minutes to show up in yes. I'm telling you.
Wow.
Maybe we should just go to item number 2 then.
We can go.
Oh wait.
Do you want me to?
I think you're coming in.
Is it coming up?
Yes. Oh, you're not that tiny too.
There we go.
There we go.
Look at that. Look, I'm shaved. I'm literally shaved.
Oh, now you're tiny. Okay. We good. You even shaved. The portal took your beard.
Yeah, it took my beard.
But now you're back at being Robo. Bro.
It is something else. It's still robot or it's not?
Oh yeah, it is. It is definitely.
It is.
You're I was about to say the in word. The portal do not like you today.
It does not like me today. No. Is it still let me know when it's normal or not?
It's not normal.
It's not okay. Let's see. Let's change it.
I like how chat is like, "Oh no, you were a robot all along. How could you betray us?"
I was a robot all along.
Discord being
How about
Discord.
now? Is it better now?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, good, perfect.
Okay, all right.
Everything good? Yeah,
I
right
think
now the
so.
thing is
I
it
think
takes a
we
little
can
bit to
continue.
load.
Yes,
It takes a little bit to load, you know. So at first it was the voice, then it got the physical body. You know, it's like a 3 passage that you have to go through.
Uh-huh.
You know? First the voice, then the frame, all of that. It's very complicated.
Yes. There's a lot. There's a lot to load. So understandable.
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
Right, we're back. Okay, let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Item number 2, shall we? All right, we see the light. All right, item number 2. Oh shit, we're going. Sorry, it's just like I'm a big card person. We're going hard. That was worth the wait. I know exactly what this is, but for all purposes, can you let us know what we are looking at, Light?
Well, this is a 25th anniversary Japanese Charizard card, which is, if I'm not mistaken, it's based on the first print of Charizard, like the iconic Charizard card. And yeah, this was for the 25th anniversary pack, right around when Eevee Heroes, the Japanese pack, was releasing. The one with the beautiful Moonbryon was releasing, and this is one of my favorite cards because, you know, I like Charizard. I like Pokemon that are not that popular, you know, very indie Pokemon.
Oh, yes,
like
Charizard, the most indie Pokemon of them all.
Exactly,
like, they never use him in any promo or anything.
Barely has any forms.
Yes, especially in the card format.
So.
Oh, yeah. Never seen before.
So yeah, I'm sure this card, no one really cares much about it. It's very like whatever. So yeah, no, I really like this card. It was literally the last pack that I was opening.
Oh, last pass magic, always.
I was like, well, you know, because I got a couple of nice stuff. There's like a really cool Reshiram and Kyurem cards in that set. But I really wanted the Charizard. Charizard is one of my favorite Pokemons, and I love Charmander ever since the anime. You know, do you remember that episode?
Of course, I know
Ash
exactly.
Charmander.
Yes, the flame.
So
yes.
I
Gotta protect
I
from
really,
the rain.
really like Charizard, and yeah, I was like, oh, thank God it was this one, because if it was Blastoise or Venusaur, I would have been happy, but not as happy as this one. Well, yeah, this one is.
You have some static sometimes. Just want you to know if chat like says anything. Yeah.
Okay, I have a static. Okay.
Yeah, sometimes. I don't know why.
Sometimes that's weird.
About this card, I have right here next to me. Well, not so far from me, unopened 25th anniversary pack. Because because I know that a lot of people fish for this Charizard exactly. And the way the collector way of thinking is it's always worth more when you give people the hope that that's the card they want than opening it. So
that's true.
Unless it's the Charizard in the pack, it has more value unopened. So I got a couple of them that I'm keeping, just like so it can age. Just it's my wine, you know.
Exactly. And
I know
you get to sell it for like
$1,000. We'll see. But the idea is that I keep some stuff waiting for value to go up, and I know exactly the Eevee set you're talking about, and I believe in somewhere in my storage, I think I have an unopened one too.
Yeah, no, that set was so nice. I think
very
that's
very beautiful set
for Western set, but very very beautiful. Are the Espeon, the really big Espeon on the house, and Umbreon, they're such great cards. They really are.
You know what we're gonna do? I have an idea. Because you were sounding robot again. We're gonna try this. We're gonna try this. I changed something on Discord to kind of give you a chance. I hope that makes a difference.
Okay, let's hope so.
Okay, all right. So Charizard is one of your favorite Pokemon. This card is valuable. It is not the 90s stupid amount of money card, but it is still a valuable card. Now, I don't remember how much this one goes for, but I think it goes for like 100 buckaroos. I think. I can't recall. Do you know, perchance?
I think the last time that I searched the card, it was around 400.
Oh, really? Oh, my lord.
Yeah.
Oh, my lord. Okay. Then
I think it was around that price, maybe. But I'm not really sure. It could be less, because sometimes the Japanese ones tend to drop.
It really...
It also depends on the PSA as well.
Yeah.
It's like ungraded. So it could be like maybe like 250 maybe or something like that.
It really depends in Japan, to be honest. It's really usually a matter of rarity. I think that they don't grade their card often here in Japan. I think they don't like grading. So you say you saw it at that price.
Right.
Let me check in English how much, just quickly. I know the value in English and Japanese is very different.
Yeah, it's very, very different.
Did they have the 25th anniversary pack in English?
They did have it, yeah.
They
but
did?
instead of the square, it was like a Pikachu face. It was different.
I see. I see one here at 300. Not 300. What am I saying? 300 Japanese yen. Okay. Then in that case, I will boost it a little bit because it's yours and because this is your favorite Pokemon. And I think I'm gonna offer the price that you just said.
Pokemon.
Yes, your favorite indie Pokemon, I should say. Yes. I will offer you the same that the first item fetch for. What say you?
Sure. I think it's a deal.
It just go like,
I think
yep,
it's okay.
Yep. I'm pretty sure that the good thing with this card is that the value is not going down. I think.
Yeah, no.
As a Charizard, from what we know so far, it usually stay or it goes up in prices. Right. Apparently, no one in chat likes Charizard. I feel so sorry about that.
Yeah,
no one likes this Pokemon.
Yeah, I told
That's
you.
so sad, man.
No one likes this Pokemon. It's a very unpopular Pokemon. It's
so sad.
It doesn't compare to something like Dunsparce, for example.
Yes. What a Pokemon. I can't believe that they actually gave him a new form.
Right, I couldn't either, and it was so disappointing too. I was really expecting something better.
It was just one.
It was just like
one more.
It was one more
button on his body.
Yeah,
all right.
Shame for Charizard. No one likes him.
But even if no one likes Charizard, you made quite the good money here, and
sure did.
Let's move to the next item, shall we?
Okay.
Alrighty, let me just remove this, and let's go to item number 3. Oh, here's the beard that just finally loaded through the portal.
It finally loaded. Yeah.
All right. Okay. This one. I have something to say once you tell us what we're looking at. Yeah. So what are we looking at? I mean, it's quite obvious, but let us know.
Yeah. Let me tell you, since I don't have the Discord window.
Yes. You can just follow the order of the item that you sent me.
Oh, that I sent you? Okay,
Yes.
sure.
It's number 3.
Oh, right. Number 3.
Right. Yes.
This is the BIP necklace that you got for the Taylor Swift Reputation Stadium tour.
VIP.
So yeah, she came to town, and at the moment I was a very big fan, and she had Charlie XCX as her opening act. I don't know if you're current
the name
with the music. Yeah, it's the whole Brett Green thing. I'm pretty sure you've seen it around. Like the whole Brett thing was for Charlie, but I was a really big fan of Charlie and Taylor at the time, and she had that album that I absolutely loved, and I decided to go to the concert, and it was amazing. One of the best concerts I ever seen. And the good thing about seeing Taylor at that point was that she wasn't, well, she was big, but she wasn't as big as it is now. I mean, you cannot escape Taylor Swift. Nowadays, she's everywhere, and back then it was a little bit more like just the people that like her, and it was after 1.5 years of having no public appearances. So it was really good. And also having Charlie there, which was a very niche artist. I follow her since the Tumblr days, It was very early on in her career. So
I see.
I like to go to concerts. I like to have fun, and I like to do all that. And I remember for Charlie XCX, people didn't know all of her songs, so it was literally, I don't know if you've seen this meme of Rihanna just singing by herself while the crowd is like empty to Mariah Carey, but that was me. I was like singing every word. I was having a good time, and the people next to me were like, what are these songs? But I had such a good time. That's
the important part. And you got a VIP too.
Yeah.
Damn. You were going in. So on my side, I have Ms. Janken that is a very big Swiftie. But you did say that nowadays maybe you don't follow her as much?
Not as much. I did have an opportunity to go to the new tour, to the Eras tour, but because the venues got so big and getting tickets was horrible. Like you had to get them a year prior.
Well, getting tickets in general.
In pre-sale, you had to have a code for it was too much, and I was like, I'm not doing that much for Taylor at this point.
I see.
So I didn't go, but I dabble in her music every now and then, but it's not as much as it was before with the previous the album that she toured with and I went to. It was a little bit more personal and a little bit more of a rebellious image, which I really enjoyed. And the props were amazing. She had like this huge, gigantic snake on stage, and she was flying everywhere. So it was really, really nice. It was a great experience. Highly recommend.
When was that? Do you remember?
This one, if I'm not mistaken, Reputation came out 2018, maybe 2019.
Okay.
Could have been around that time. So yeah.
All right.
What is your favorite Taylor Swift song? I'm pretty sure you know some.
No, I don't actually.
You don't?
No, the Swiftie is the other occupant of this house.
Wow.
Yeah,
so it's not a Swiftie couple, then.
No. Not at all. For me, it really has no value. But but I know someone right close to me that would. And because this is a VIP pass, it's a bit more rare, right? I imagine like they didn't have as much. So I am wondering. I'm wondering the value of this pass. It's your pass at the same time. And for a collectible, that's the kind of things people like to collect, right?
Yeah.
I think because you even have like the how can I call it, I want to say necklace, but that's incorrect. It's
kind of like
the thing that anyway, for the band, that comes with it. That is also Taylor Swift lanyard. Yeah. Thank you. I can't speak. And of course, the price of the ticket, I don't think really matter at this point because you don't get to see the show. But let me do, without any research, let me do an offer. And you tell me if I'm being too low or anything. But I am thinking of offering for this. And I don't know if whatever. We'll see. I can give you, I think, 10,000 Janken Pomme yen.
10,000.
Yes. It's not like it's impossible to get. I imagine there was probably others. And in the end, it's not like a collectible per se. So it's kind of hard. Like, it's not like, if it would have been like, I don't know, an official shirt or something. So how do you feel? How do you feel about my offer?
I would take that because I know that the item would go to Miss Janken, so I'll be fine with that. I'll be fine with that.
That's good. That's good. That's the kind of customer I need. I like the one that fight me just to get like every pennies.
Exactly.
There we go.
It goes to good hands.
Exactly.
So I'll be all right.
Has his value at the right place. There we go. All right. And I forgot to tell you, and I guess I will update you on how much you made so far. So let me do that as we're going to go to the next item. But before I do, let me show you how much you made so far, which I think is already really good. You have accumulated so far with 3 items already 90,000 Janken Pomme yen, which is pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, I can tell you like compare like to some other guess I had like you are making you're making your way to have a nice let's not forget the Janken Pomme yen like aren't worth anything, but exactly. You're going places.
Good.
No, you're not going places. You're staying here. You're not going anywhere now.
Yeah, let's not say anything about going anywhere because the portal will malfunction and we don't want that.
Exactly.
I'm staying here.
Staying
right here. I'm gonna glue myself to the floor here.
All right, let's check the next item. Ooh, that is interesting to me because I don't know much about it. I think I know what it is. But Light, can you tell us what we are looking at here?
So this will be number 4, right?
That's correct. The Adventure of Dai, Dragon Quest.
The Adventure of Dai.
Yes.
Dragon Quest, The Adventure of Dai, The Hero of Van, and the Dark Lore of Hellfire, this is one of my favorite shows. I started watching The Adventures of Dai last year, which is the Dragon Quest animated series, but it's its own thing. It's not it doesn't have to do anything with the numbered games. So this one was really, really nice. It was a whole project that they had over there. They have the arcade machines, they had the manga, they had the anime, and they had a video game. It was a whole project that they pushed out with the Square Enix, and the anime was really nice. It's the thing about Dragon Quest is that the story is very linear. It really doesn't reinvent the wheel, but what it does it very well. So you have your good guys and then the bad guys, and that eventually the good guys are gonna come victorious, but they do it in such a way that there's still a lot of twists and turns that is very interesting to watch. And all the characters, even the minor ones, had very complex arcs, like character arcs that were very complex, and it really reignited my love for anime again. It really did, because I wasn't watching a lot like you. I was like an anime dude that doesn't like anime or doesn't watch it. So after getting that recommendation, because I love Dragon Quest 11, and I was like, let me try this out, and I loved it. And then I started watching Black Clover, and then I got into Dragon Ball Z again, and then I became a shonen head looking at power level videos on YouTube.
I like
that was the pipeline. That was literally the pipeline.
I haven't had this kind of rekindling love for shonen, but I understand it. I almost got back in anime because of Dungeon Meshi.
That one is a good one. But
it ended there. But I understand the sentiment. Now about this copy. Outside the fact that it's your copy, it's not signed or anything. Does it have any like?
Should I sign it?
I mean,
for the future, signed copy of the Dragon Quest Adventures of Time, not by the author, by me.
Yeah, by me. But there's nothing like unique about it. Just it's your copy.
Yeah, no, it's my copy. It's a fairly new manga as well. They just started adapting in Spanish and English. This is the Spanish version. So
I did notice the Planeta comic where I was like, I think
there's a little bit of uniqueness there. Is the Spanish copy. So yeah, that's basically it. It's the second volume. I think the third one comes in 2 months. But yeah.
I would say, for me who's in virtual Japan, it's probably harder to get anything that is not in Japanese. So there might be some merit there. But manga here are kind of really cheap. Like you can get like manga like really for really low. How much? And this is and do you have the whole series of it? This is like the second volume.
Yeah, this is the second volume, but it's still ongoing. Even in Japan, I think it's still ongoing. So this is only the second volume out of like 9, I think. Yeah.
And do you just sell the second volume today, or are you bringing like the whole thing?
I had the first volume too, but this is my favorite cover, and I feel it's very Lightos core, with the blade, the pose, everything.
I totally see it.
I was like, I'd rather bring this one, the first one, which is Avan, is just him holding his helmet. So yeah, but I do have the first volume.
Okay, you do. Okay. So 2 volume.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, let's put
2 volume, the story where it brought you back into shonen era.
Shonen pipeline,
I think, and I'm thinking on how much like I give you here for 2, because I know you paid more than in Japan for sure. Like I remember, like back in Canada, getting manga was like really much more expensive than like getting them in Japan.
Right.
But for me, it is kind of rare to get my hands on this. I think, and if like this is not generous enough, let me know. But because I don't think I can resell for super high, I think at a resale price, I am willing to take them for 2,000 Janken Pomme yen.
2,000?
Yeah. Because...
Yeah, I think that's fine, yeah. I think that's fine, yeah. I think that's reasonable, yeah.
Yeah, usually
like a volume would be like 10, 9.
Yeah, here it would be even 5.
Yeah, for sure.
But in Japanese, so that's why I was like, okay, let's double per, and also I have to resell them.
Exactly.
So I thought like that would make sense.
Yeah, I think it makes sense. You can always add the Hokubei bun to the resale, so it's good.
Okay.
That would add the extra spice.
All right, but it's what would you say? What would you say for someone like me who's not in too much in the shonen? A selling point of this series because it really put you back into it.
Well, the selling point, I think it's not a complicated story, Sometimes anime tends to make everything over the top or like really overuse cliches. So this one is very to the point, great set of characters. The main four heroes are very complex by themselves. And there's also that Akira Toriyama art style that it's very retro as well, and it's very nice, very expressive. So I think it's peak anime, to be honest.
Okay.
It's really the essence of anime, in my opinion.
Okay.
In my personal
It doesn't try too hard with the niche.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, it's your story about a hero that saves a country, and you see that,
And he does that.
and it's a
All
great
right.
journey. Yeah.
All right. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you for sharing because I did hear of this series some time ago. I think they were like trying to push the game back then.
Exactly.
On mobile.
Yeah, they had a game.
On mobile,
yeah, they
right?
had a whole thing. Even if you go to like Big Camera and stuff like that, they have those game machines, and there's some Adventure of Die stuff over there.
I
So,
see.
Yeah.
All
It was a
right.
whole push.
All right.
Because
thanks.
Japan loves their Dragon Quest.
Yes.
That's
Oh my
religion for
God.
them.
Like, listen, there are, and I don't know how it works. There's currently right now. There's a beer ad on TV, and that has nothing to do with Dragon Quest. Zero. But it's the dun 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 dun. And I'm like, huh? The first time I heard it, I was just like, huh?
Yeah, what is this?
Huh? Are they related like to Dragon beer related to Dragon Quest? What? No, they're just using like the music.
The music from Dragon Quest. No,
Yeah.
they love Dragon Quest as religion over there. It's people love it.
They do. All right, let's move to the next item, shall we? We have now this. I want to talk. I have some stuff to say about this series, but first, why don't you tell us what we are looking at right now?
Okay, so this is the GameCube copy of Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles for the Nintendo GameCube, and on the right is the remaster of Final Fantasy Chronicles S on the Nintendo Switch, the Japanese copy, because the game was only released digitally on the Western side and only physically in Japan. Yeah, it was only digital only. So, as this was actually my first Final Fantasy game that I ever played.
Oh wow!
I didn't have a PlayStation 2, and on the PlayStation 1, I was too little, and I was not playing Final Fantasy 7 as a little kid.
I have news for you. The first Final Fantasy was on the NES.
Oh. Yes, no, I know, but like the first console that I had was the PlayStation 1, so I didn't get to play any Final Fantasy. I was playing Frogger and Casper and Lilo and Stitch on the PlayStation, so
I see.
The RPGs were like way out of my
I suddenly was attacked. I was attacked and I was just like, oh, I'm old. Because for me,
it's okay.
the NES,
you're
the NES was
You're
the NES was my first one.
Yeah.
So when you were like, Final Fantasy Chronicle was Chronicle, right? Is the Crystal Chronicles. Crystal Chronicle was your first one, and it was like, oh boy. It's like my first one was like on the NES.
But hey, like getting to experience and see that evolution in video games, I'm sure it feels like
actually
amazing,
to me
in the evolution. Yeah,
I don't want to steal the spotlight of your story for Final Fantasy, but I also have a big Final Fantasy story where to me and for a long time, Final Fantasy was the pioneer of everything, storytelling, art, graphic, like when there was a new Final Fantasy, you knew you would see what's the new generation. They're still trying to push it, but it's not as impressive nowadays.
Right, yeah.
But before I jump in with my stuff, what's going on with Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicle? Why is it like special to you?
Because it was my first Final Fantasy that I ever bought. It was my first introduction to a series that would mean so much to me. I started streaming Fire Emblem, but then I jumped into Final Fantasy 14, and that's probably when on Twitch I really started making a community. So, Final Fantasy has this very special spot in my heart, and these are the games that started everything. So when they announced the remake, the remaster, I was like, I need to have this. I need to, and it's also very nice to see them side to side, the GameCube one and the Switch one, and see how things have evolved with time, and how everything old becomes new as well. All these
just
remakes
like
that we're seeing with video games. Yeah, it's all a cycle.
I have never played Crystal Chronicle. I barely know about it, to be honest. Like, I've seen it. I remember it releasing back then on the GameCube, and I think I did see that it was having a remaster. But I barely played this game. It is quite different from the rest of the series, right? Have you played others?
It is
like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah. I played a bunch of the number ones, and this one was very interesting because with the GameCube, you could connect it to your Game Boy, right? So you could play with 4 people, but they all had to have their own cable and their own Game Boy. So
I see the logo, the yellow logo
exactly,
there.
Yeah. So it was a party game, and the thing is, in this game, you go through a journey. You have to collect these crystal drops in order to purify the air in your village. So you would go with 4 people, and you would take the caravan, and at the end of the year, you have this celebration with your characters and their families, because you would get families as well. So it was a very immersive.
Really? I really know nothing of this game. It's crazy. You're saying that, and I'm like, I really do.
And you know what's funny? The Mughals don't have arms in this game. They're just like these little balls with fur, and you could actually paint them. You could spray paint them and cut their hair. It was very nice. And when I got into a real Final Fantasy game, one of the mainline ones, and I saw the Mughals, I was like, what are these things? Why do they have arms? Like, what are these alien looking things? These are not the Mughals that I know.
That is so interesting. So interesting. We kind of have like opposite kind of path toward Final Fantasy. To me, Final Fantasy was really like back then. Like, I was playing, like, I've learned my English basically comes from my love of RPG, which of course includes Final Fantasy. And at some point I kind of dropped, and I think I started dropping about like when Chronicle came out, because this one was very adventure, right? It was an action adventure.
Yes,
action
adventure. It wasn't turn-based.
Yeah. That's really interesting to see your perspective on this one. Now, value, just pure value. The Switch one, well, I can find on Amazon probably right now. That shouldn't be like too hard for me being in Japan. So there's that. But the GameCube one, though, a little bit more difficult for sure to find. So I would say, yes, I'm French. I'm Canadian French. For someone
definitely when it was Final Fantasy, and I was like, oh, I caught it.
Yes. If some people like listen carefully, I drop a hint here and then.
But it's really good. I don't know. I always like to hear the French accent when people speak English. I don't know. I feel like.
Oh, really? Like, well, if you want, I can speak like a Frenchman to you. I have no problem at all.
Perfect. Magnifique.
Oui. All right. Value. I think Let me think. I think I know how much I can give you for both of these. I love the GameCube, by the way. I have a lot of and I think you do too, from what you'll see in future item. The GameCube was really, to me, the console where Nintendo established themselves. Some people would say it's the Wii, but I think the GameCube was the real precursor on really the type of game they wanted to be. Before, like on the Super Nintendo and the Nintendo 64, you really had a lot of everything. But I really feel like on the GameCube, you could really feel
they defined what Nintendo was.
Yeah. For sure. So, knowing that, and especially because of the GameCube you have here, and let's be honest, even Switch game, even if I can buy them right now on Amazon, even reselling them right now, they're getting more expensive, so they kind of have like a okay value just for resale straight up. So I think, and let me know what you think, I think I can offer you 15,000 for both.
15,000.
Yes.
For both of them?
Yes.
I'll say 20 would be good.
Okay, but you had a reputation that you can tell me why, so I'm here for your counter offer.
Right, I think it would be, you got the English copy, that is rare over there. I know that there's a lot of...
I said that once, and he's remembering, and he's like,
especially in games. I know in games in Akihabara, they have a wide selection of Western games and like imported games that sell for a really good penny. So I think that would be the thing, but I do think it's a fair price, 20. Especially for the GameCube version. It's kind of like a niche thing,
I'm curious,
for
just
someone
for fun. Crystal Chronicle. If I just check, I'm just curious, how much is what nowadays? Because Switch game, that's the thing, okay? I've been here for many years.
In Japan, it's quite... I don't even know if I think they should produce it still.
I found one, but it says for Windows XP.
Wow.
No, there's a lot of people that sell a lot of shit.
What version is that one?
What? How is that? I'm gonna send you a screenshot.
Yeah,
this is so weird. This is so weird.
I do not remember.
No, but this is a scam. This is a scam.
It is a scam. Wow.
Amazon. Not sponsored, obviously, because I'm about to talk shit. But be careful, people, what you buy on Amazon nowadays. And do you see the Windows XP above the price?
Right, yeah. I don't Oh, yeah, right. It says it. Guys, I'm not kidding. He just sent me. It says platform Windows XP, Windows 98, Windows ME, Windows 2000. What?
Yeah.
What?
I think what's happening is that it's not available right now. So that's a good. Oh no. Oh sir. Oh, it's actually rare even in Japan. How? Is it because it was only... It's the whole because of the digital shenanigan, right? Because they were...
I think so,
they were kind of forcing it to be digital. Do you also have did it come with goodies with it?
I think it came with a postcard.
Yeah, I see that. I'm in trouble.
Yeah, it came with a little postcard.
Because I was sure that I could just like buy it straight up. I can't just buy it straight up.
Yeah, Yeah, no, and with this one, I also think that
I think you're right,
sometimes
then.
the stock for certain games. I remember when Octopath Traveler came out in Japan, it
Yeah.
was like sold out everywhere.
Yeah.
So sometimes the Square Enix, I don't know what it is with Japan, but they don't have enough stock for
Okay,
their games sometimes.
I'll
It's
tell
so
you
weird.
a little bit of a Japanese lesson here. Here, we have this kind of mentality in Japan where limited is good, and you should indulge when something is available, because nothing is permanent and things just like go and might never be back
Right.
again. Same thing as seasonal products. We have that a lot. Once the product is gone,
Yeah, that's the
then
thing.
that's it. They
Yeah.
don't, even if they made money, that's the
the
weirdest
thing
thing.
with the beverages and everything.
Exactly,
Same with,
you
like,
would
if you go
think.
to Dennis, you're not gonna find Hiyashichuka on anything other than summer. It's like just a summer thing. The shaved stuff, the shaved what is it? The shaved ice that they
Yeah,
do.
yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah,
so
the
delicious.
kakigori.
That's that summer only thing. You know,
Yeah.
like you're only gonna. That's the thing in Japan. Everything is seasonal.
Exactly.
You
So,
wanna
but
have your
limited.
strawberries in summer? No, too bad.
Do you know when is strawberries in Japan?
It's winter, isn't it?
Yes, it's winter. It's right now.
It's winter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
as a Canadian, I was like, that makes no sense for us.
Yeah,
It's during the
no.
summer too.
Yeah, exactly.
But I
like
think-
kiwi out of summer, nope. Watermelon out of summer, nope.
I think you made
It's
your
like-
case though, and I do agree that I was a little bit underselling, because I see just for the Switch one is much more than I thought, because it's not as easy to get
Right.
as I thought. So good on you for calling me out on this one, because indeed we were a bit undervalued. All righty.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I know you don't do it with a bad heart.
No, I don't. I never do. I do when people challenge me to raise the money just because they want to make more money.
Right. No. It's a fair trade.
You
here.
have made. Huh? I'm lost with my number. You have made. No, not this one. This one. There we go. You have made 10,000. No, 102,000
Nice.
Janken Pomme yen so far. That is pretty
Good.
good. You broke the
Good,
1,000.
very
You broke
good.
the 1,000. That's really good.
Very, very good.
All
Yeah.
right.
I knew I came to the right place.
Yeah, I'm
I know
generous,
it.
you know, because of the value of the Janken Pomme yen. So
You
that
know it.
helps.
It's good. It's good.
All right, let's move to the next item, shall we? And this one is a 2 set, but we're gonna go one by one. So what are we looking at here, Light?
Yeah, so this one is the Pokemon Sword and Shield Galar art book. That was the limited edition, the Japanese limited edition for Pokemon Sword and Shield. So back when it came out, it was the double pack with Pokemon Sword and Shield. It came with this art book and I think a 3 set of figures with Scorbunny. I forgot the other two. Scorbunny, Grookey, and what's the one that is always crying? Sobble, I think.
Yeah.
That's his name, Sobble, the little
The
blue
frog.
thingy that evolves into James Bond. That one. Yeah, this one. Well, I
Oh, no, it's
just
not
love
frog, it's
the
like
art book.
chameleon.
It's,
Yeah.
it's oh yeah, it's yes, I think it's that.
I think
Yeah, this art book is just so pretty. I mean, just that cover
just
art,
that
it
the
was-
cover is really
Yeah.
cute, and I like that they
Yeah.
used the Gigamax ball there.
Yeah,
Like, it's very-
yeah.
Like all pinkish and all kind of disco ball. It's pretty good. Let's look at the other page.
Yeah, that was the back.
That's the
side
back. That
of
is
it.
really good
Yeah.
too, with all of
Yeah, so
and one of the crowd favorite, the Galarian Ponyta, with all the
exactly
pastel
the
colors.
toothbrush Ponyta.
I've never
one.
heard it like that, but now I see
My
it.
personal favorite from Sword and Shield was Sirfetch. That was
Yes,
one of my favorite
yes.
Pokemon from that.
I've
that
always
time.
liked Farfetch'd as a Pokemon, but it was just
Right.
like single evolution, and they never really got any love. and I was really happy to see that. To me, Sword. And before I ask you, just quickly, Sword and Shield. I could see. I'm a big story lover in my RPGs. Right. For example, Black and White is one of my favorite because
that was probably
of the story. Yes, right.
A Pokemon story.
And Sword and Shield, I could see the potential of the story, but it literally you can feel it that they just drop it. They just drop the story. They just like. They go like, oh, like we're going too intense with that. Like, let's just like finish the story. And I was just like, oh man, that's so sad. But I really like the Pokemon that came out of Sword and Shield.
Yeah, no, it was. I think for me, I took a huge break when it comes to gaming. I only got back into gaming when I got the Switch, and this was back when the Switch came out. I didn't pre-order, so I was going store and store, and this store held a lottery to be able to purchase the Switch. So I was like, you know what, let me grab a number. If I get the Switch, I get it. If I don't, I don't. And surprise, surprise, I got the Switch. And that's how I started gaming. And then with Pokemon, I always had this FOMO when I wasn't playing video games. When I think X and Y came out and they were 3D, I was like, holy hell, they're 3D now. And finally Sword and Shield came out. That was my first generation, because I don't know if you remember Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee were like the first Switch Pokemon games.
Yes.
But those, like, I didn't really count those like as much as I like Kanto and the original 151 Pokemons. It was kind of like, Kanto again. So with Sword and Shield, I was excited to finally live a generation of Pokemon.
Wait, but your favorite indie Pokemon is in Kanto.
Right. Except for 150. I care about my one indie Pokemon, yes. So, see, he's so indie that I forgot.
Yeah.
So with this one, I was just like, okay, it's very exciting. The game was all right. I was a little bit annoyed by Leon, because I don't know if you remember, but Leon took every single role in that freaking game. He gives you the Pokemon. He gives you this. He saves the world. So
when
Leon
I say,
was being like 3 characters.
When I say like they dropped the story, they literally went and like, okay, instead of having like the user being the protag and does the thing, we're just gonna make him do everything. And it's just like you arrive somewhere and just like, oh, I took care of the problem already. And it's like, bro, can I be the hero of my own game? Hello? What? Hey?
Exactly. And the only thing that you do in Pokemon Sword and Shield is like break Hop's illusions and dreams. Like, you're literally destroying this guy's life. Like, he wants to be a Pokemon champion. No. He wants to be his brother's favorite. No. It's like,
now that you say it like
Hop.
that.
Like, poor Hop. But overall, I like the characters. I'm a big fan of Raihan. My Switch has like a Raihan cover, and when I keep my Pokemon cards, it's like a Raihan binder from the Pokemon Center.
Okay.
And also my community likes to tease me because they say I don't like Leon because he was a little bit like me, like he gets lost a lot and like he's always running around and all that. So I'm like, yeah, I tend to reject what's similar at times. So, but yeah, I really like this art book. It's so pretty. Like, I like to display
really pretty.
it because it's very pretty. Yeah, I assume this is like the cute thing that you were like, oh,
yes. Well, that and then the figures, and there was a couple of things I was just like, oh, actually cute.
There was a soft side to the book.
Yeah, exactly, right? Often. How rare is that art book? Do you know?
I would say,
did you get it like on a special occasion or something?
Yeah, it was a special occasion. Like, it was a limited edition for the Japanese version of Sword and Shield. But I think the book by itself, I think it's probably, I would say maybe 30. I don't know if I'm underselling it, but I would say like 30 or something like that. You know, I don't.
Okay, but it's getting aged a little bit. So maybe it's not as easy to find. And is this an official one too?
Oh yeah, it's official. No, it came with the game. Like I bought it at launch.
Oh, it
with,
came
with the thing.
with the game.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay,
with the
okay,
game.
okay,
It was
okay.
a 2-pack of Sword and Shield, and it came with this and the figures. Yeah.
Oh, and the figures. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay,
Which I didn't
okay.
take a picture of the figures.
I see. I can find it about $30, like you say, used.
Yeah, I feel like it's
Yes.
around that.
Yes, when I
It's
just
around
did
that,
a
just the art book.
quick search, but it comes with the figure, and there's the whole thing about Sword and Shield kind of like brought you back into Switch gaming. You were saying, right?
Right, yeah.
Okay. I think because anything Pokemon, I will be honest with you. Anyone who has Pokemon stuff, guys, sit on that, because you don't know. You don't know,
never know.
when
It
when
might
it's
pay
gonna
your-
be. Yes,
Your debts, yeah.
exactly.
Because
Because
just get you out of your school debt or whatever you have. Yeah.
I think I'm
Trust.
willing to offer. Wait, no, that's too much. There's 1 0 too much here. Whoop!
Careful with the
I think,
zeros because they're yen.
I know. I think I am willing to give 4,000 Janken Pomme yen here.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
fair. I think that's
Giving a
very
little
fair
bit more than
price,
what I
yeah.
found
Yeah,
because
yeah.
of the story that comes with it, and also because I think
Mm-hmm.
that it's a safe
Yeah.
kind
Yeah,
of thing, where keeping it will anyway probably increases in the pricing. All right. Did we lose you? Oh no, Robot Gang is we're back.
Why is the Wolfgang? Yeah, why is it not me acting? There we go. Is the Bob again or not?
No.
Okay, good. I need my cables, you know? I need to
Do you
find
think?
these
Do you think
cables.
it's just silly like that? It's just a cable?
Could be, I don't know. It could be. It could be that.
That could be. Someone was saying that sometime Discord could be like that.
It could be. I could
We could try for you to call me, maybe. I don't think it matters.
Sure, let's do that.
Oh no, you're back.
We can try.
I don't know. It's so
Am I
weird,
back?
man. Yeah, you're back.
Okay, good. I think the robot has an agenda. I'm being exposed for being a
The robot is an agenda.
Exposed.
Yes, the robot is just like.
You know how Sonic has metal Sonic? Maybe there's a metal light.
Oh, and
robot.
I like is that no? That's not where we are. That would have been an amazing
Leeway, yeah.
leeway,
Yeah, but let's not say too
maybe in 2 items. But let's just say,
Yeah.
let's check
keep
the
it on the ramp.
next item. Here we are.
Right.
What are
There
we
we go.
looking at here, Light?
So that's, when you gave me the call and you were like bringing stuff for people to know you and everything.
Mhm.
I tell this to my audience all the time that I used to do painting, oil painting, and this is something that I did when I was very young. I think I was like 13.
Oh no way!
Yeah, I was really into painting and drawing at that time. So
So
I
this
was
is
like,
yours?
Yeah, that's mine. That's mine. I painted that. Yeah. So I was
That's
like, let me bring
cool.
this, and I was like, let me show a little
That's
bit of
really
my artistic
nice. That-
stuff that I used to do.
And when you say
Yeah,
used
so-
to, you don't paint anymore?
Yeah, I haven't painted in like 5 years. I really need to go back to
Wow.
it, but I've been so busy doing stuff and
I mean,
everything that I
you do
haven't-
you, but I feel like that would be like such a cool. People like I
Right.
haven't done X for that many year. Let me try again.
Right.
I feel like
Yeah.
that would be really cool if you ever
Right.
like shown this. That's really impressive.
Yeah. Thank you.
And that's
No,
oil,
yeah, I
you
was
said?
like-
Oil painting?
Yeah, oil, yeah.
I've heard that oil painting
so-
is like kind of hard too.
Yeah, it's very hard. It's very, very hard to
Yeah.
deal with oil painting.
It's
Since
messy.
it tends to dry.
Yeah.
It can be to mix the colors. It's always very messy. But yeah, I used to paint a lot. So even in school, I was in like the art club and all that kind of stuff. So I was always painting. But yeah, I should definitely go back. And that's what I
Yeah.
tell you because I just came back. My community knows that. I was overseas and then I came back and this was perfect because I was searching for so many things and I was at my parents' house just looking for stuff and I saw this and I was like, oh, this would be perfect to show them. And yeah, it was a rose that I was painting. And I always like to paint either scenery or flowers because my mother likes to do flower arrangements, you know?
Okay.
And even a little bit of ikebana as well. She's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
very
yeah,
big
yeah,
fan of
yeah, yeah.
ikebana. So I was always around flowers and all that. So
That's so nice.
this was yeah. I should have like a Bob Ross stream one of these days.
Also for all of how can I say, for people to understand why I'm also impressed, I didn't know. I just saw that it was a painting in the things that he brought today, but I was not ready that it was yours. So this is why I'm like, wow, that's really cool. All right.
Yeah.
So this is technically old. Like at least it's not like you did it yesterday.
It would look great on the shop too.
Yeah, it's a nice art piece. Art pieces are always a little bit hard to evaluate.
Yeah, that's true. That's really true.
Art in general is hard to evaluate, but you're bringing this to me here, so at least I can there's no research here. It's literally just like the story that comes with it, something that is from your younger days.
Yeah, maybe
And my surprise is also I usually like being surprised, so that's fun. How much do I offer for painting? How big is the painting?
How big? It's I think it's the size probably like 27 inches by 27, I think.
I'm as a Canadian, I do not know inches.
Like 65 centimeters by 65 by 65.
Okay, so it's not super huge.
Yeah, no, it's not super huge.
Okay. How much can I give for that? And that's the kind of thing like I have to think in a way that I would probably keep it. There are chances of like people like, oh wow, Light did that. I want to get it for myself, but I think for the rarity of it, there's only one. It's yours. You did that for a long time. I think I want to be semi-generous. Well, you tell me. I think I would be ready to get that for 10,000 Janken Pomme.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I think that's good.
Like, that's the thing with art, right?
Yeah,
art is so hard to put a number on it, right? Yeah. Okay, so you think this is fair?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's fair. You know, there's also the promotion that I'm gonna get from being put on the store as well. You know, I'm thinking about that.
Oh, what is this art? What is this art, Janken?
Exactly.
It's from good big man friend. Light, he actually did that many years ago.
Exactly.
Oh wow, that's interesting. Yes.
And then
Very
they go and
power move.
That's how you start, you know. Yeah.
All right, and in that case, let me add that to the other item prices. Very nice. Yeah, and commission soon.
Yeah, commission soon. Yeah, be on the lookout on Twitter.
Yeah, exactly. All right, but thank you for sharing. That is really cool.
No.
Yeah, I was completely taken by surprise with this one. We have, I think, about 1 or 2 items left.
Yeah, we have.
So let's go ahead
3.
with 3. Yes.
Yeah.
We have, well, I mean, I can read it, but yes, I can read. But just for all purposes, can you tell us what you brought here today?
So this one is S2EP08 by Haruki Murakami, 1Q84, which this wasn't the book that I was planning on bringing. I was planning to bring Kafka on the Shore because that's the one that I remember the most, but I couldn't find it, so I took this one. Because there was a period in time where I was really into reading. I am not, well, besides manga, I'm not that much into reading books. So, but there was this time where I was obsessed with Murakami's work, especially Kafka on the Shore, because it was this like
I read the Kafka
that
on
you
the Shore.
go. Yeah,
I know. And to me, to say
like,
that, I haven't read a lot of book. I'm not like you. I'm not
So
a
you
lot
got me.
in. Yeah. So it's a really interesting book.
Yeah, no, it's very.
But I haven't
interesting,
read
and
this
I love
one,
the
though.
Fact, yeah, this one is really good. And I think it follows 2 protagonists, and it also has that vibe with Kafka on the Shore, where sometimes you think this is reality, sometimes you think it's a dream or it's fantasy, and I love that so much in Murakami's work, where you don't know if this is fantasy or if it's real life. And that's probably one of my favorite things, because it really keeps you guessing the whole time. And you're like, wait, but now he's talking with cats, and the other moment he's doing this, and it just doesn't make any sense. But at the same time, it makes sense in the story, so you don't really know. You feel like everything is fake, but at the same time, it's real. So it's a really nice book. Murakami has a way with his stories, and he's probably one author that I really got captivated with. And I was like, probably because it felt like kind of like a movie in a way. I did watch Norwegian Woods, the live action. Well, I call it live action like it was an anime, but like the movie.
Yeah.
With, I think it was Kiko Mitsuhara who was the actress in there. But it was really good as well. It was really, really good. And I don't know, I just really like Murakami's work. And this one is the special edition that has the 3 volumes, because this specific book has 3 volumes.
I see.
1 through 3. So this one has everything. So it's a very thick book. Like if I throw it, it might probably injure someone.
Okay. So you're selling me a weapon too at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. It can serve as a weapon of knowledge, a weapon of entertainment, and an actual weapon. Yeah. Triple threat.
And outside of that, is there any special event that came with that book? It's not signed or anything.
No, it's not. It's not. I would love if it was signed by Murakami. To be honest, like I would love. I don't even think that he does like public stuff anymore.
Oh, I see.
But yeah, I would love it. But no, it just represents this era of my life where I was really into reading, and I remember like being just like submerged in the book and everything. And that hasn't happened in a long time. So I'm like,
Is it me, or is there damage a little bit on the corners? Like,
I think there is a little bit there. It's a book that I bought a while ago, so you know, it's been loved a little bit.
It's been loved a little bit. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think for that, it's gonna be pretty straightforward. I see here the value. Is this a hardcover or is it a paperback?
I think it should be the paperback.
Otherwise, the corner probably wouldn't look like that.
I think it comes with like a little sleeved. Little sleeve. Yeah. But it's paperback.
I think for that book, I am personally interested because I really like Kafka on the Shore. I don't have time for reading. That's my biggest thing, to be honest. I don't have time for reading.
Version.
I mean, yeah, actually, that would work much better, most probably. But I think for this book, I see the price of one brand new, and I give, I think, a little bit more as a resale. Let me show you how much I think I can offer you. I messed up the number again. I like my zeros. I can't help it. Like, big numbers, they go brr. All right.
Yeah, they go brr. You can't blame you there.
So, I think 3,000 Janken Pomme yen.
Yeah, I think it's good. I also feel like with books, I remember in the place where I was, people would leave books in the train for people to read and everything.
Exactly.
So I feel like in that sense, I feel like books should always be very affordable. It should be like,
if it would have been signed, though, if I would have been signed, it literally becomes
of course, that would be
a collectible,
something,
right?
Yeah. That's a collectible. That's That's something that you put in a shelf and put a lot of fancy lights on it and be like, here's my sign book. Do not touch it.
Exactly. I really like signatures. It's something that I always value a lot when someone brings on my shop.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. All right. So in that case, we're gonna go for 3,000 Janken Pomme yen, and we're gonna be adding that. And now I'm gonna try to remember because Kafka on the Shore was quite a reading experience. I like when I was reading books. I like my book weird. Maybe I'm a weird guy. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like my book weirds. Talking about Kafka, we can talk about also completely not the same person, but Metamorphosis, which I don't know if you know or read, which is also another really weird book. Or I remember once I read a book that had no period.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was an experience.
Yeah.
That was an experience.
Yeah, I can imagine. The good thing with books like that is that you can really let your imagination run wild, and it feels way more immersed, when it keeps you guessing. And I feel like that's something that books will always have, that you can always put your own interpretation to how the characters look, how the setting looks.
And it's hard to do when it's just visual, like a movie.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't have the same effect.
You're just receiving. Yeah, you're just receiving the information.
Exactly. But when you do it with words, you can kind of blend and cross.
Shape it.
Yes.
Exactly. 100%.
All right. I'll keep that in mind if I ever read again.
Yeah, you should. You totally should.
All right. Now we have 2 items left, and the next one is something that you mentioned is a pack. We mentioned because of the GameCube, and we mentioned because you did talk about the Sonic earlier. We have here the whole GameCube collection. Is it the whole collection of GameCube?
No, I think
there are more.
There was a couple. I think there was 2 more that are missing in that collection. I think there's another Sonic Classic collection for the GameCube, and I think another Riders game. But yeah, I would say the top 3 are the main Sonic games that we had, which is Sonic Adventure 1, Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Heroes, the trilogy. So yeah, I'm a big Sonic fan, and I just love. Yeah, just a little bit of a Sonic fan, just a tiny bit. But these games shaped my childhood. Sonic Adventure 1, 2, and I think the anime was airing at the same time as these things were coming out. So I just love Sonic so much. I know that Sonic, it's starting to build its reputation back up, but from 06, that weird game where he kisses a human girl.
I don't even know. I've dropped a bit of the Sonic games. I think when I was a kid, I played them on the Sega, the Sega Genesis,
right.
But I think I never followed. I never really followed in this era. from the
Right.
GameCube era. Like I've played, of course, Sonic Adventure 2 because it's a staple. It's to me.
It's a culture.
Yeah, I think it's a video game culture staple, right?
For sure.
But not. I don't know as much about the other game, but yes, it is rebuilding itself. I think when it went back
it
to
really
its
is.
roots, doing some 2D games, like what was it, Sonic Mania or something?
Yeah,
That-
Mania.
Yeah.
For sure.
People were just like, "Wow,
sure.
Sonic games are good again." And then
Yeah.
I think the latest one they did also people really like.
Yeah, no, for sure. And it's so funny to think about Sonic as well because Sonic is not as huge in Japan as it is in the West. Sonic is very popular in the West, but in Japan it's kind of like, oh, Sonic? Yeah, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very funny. I thought Sonic was like a Western thing for a long time. I didn't know it was made in Japan. So it was weird, when you look at that and you think it's gonna be popular, and it's kind of like, yeah, it's like people know about it, but it's not to the level on the West where everyone is crazy about Sonic.
Yes, I think so.
Everyone loves it. It's like, okay, some
Mario
people know
takes
it,
a lot of space.
Oh, for sure.
In Japan.
For sure. No, I remember that Sonic Superstars released the same week as Super Mario Wonder, and it got obliterated in Japan.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was like obliterated. Like it couldn't be like it was like I think it sold like 5,000 copies on the launch of the game of Sonic Superstars. So my God,
Yeah.
it did really bad. But yeah, I just love the series so much. It has great sentimental value for me, and the characters. I still think it's peak like Sonic Adventure 2
Yeah.
and Sonic Adventure 1. So yeah, that's basically my Sonic GameCube collection because I definitely
Okay.
got the Switch ones,
Uh-huh.
but I was like these are probably more interesting. to
Yeah,
see.
yeah, yeah. Well, they're older, and also probably
Yeah.
you have more sentimental value, because from what I understand, that might have been also your first. Like you wouldn't have you would have had played like on the Genesis, right? Or if you did, like you did
No.
later. Yeah.
No,
Okay.
For me, I knew Sonic as 3D. That was
Ah,
how I knew Sonic. I didn't play the 2D ones.
So that makes sense. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So these are GameCube, a little bit old, and in English, which is kind of niche for me here in virtual
Yeah,
Japan.
very niche.
You have 5 of them. Some of them are more iconic. Some of them, like I don't know. I've never seen Sonic Gems. Like I have no idea. Like is it even
Yeah,
like
gems.
is it a different gameplay? Is it a
No,
platformer?
it's actually the collection of the older games. So it comes with
Oh!
the fighting game, it comes with Sonic R, it comes with I think Sonic 1, 2, and 3. So
Oh!
it's a collection. It's a
Oh!
collection of the older titles.
Oh, that's pretty
Yeah.
good. That's pretty good then. I didn't know.
yeah.
I didn't know they made that. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, there's something for you in there too.
So, and because Sonic Adventure 2 is there in its original physical copy, how much could because I don't want to search for 5 games. How much would you say this could go for? I have an idea, but what do you think?
For all 5 of them, right? Because I think Sonic Adventure 2, I think the Genesis one, that one is very, very expensive. But the GameCube one, I think that one is a little bit on the cheaper end, if I'm being honest. I think that one is probably, for everyone, it will be, I think, like 30, 35
Yeah,
for everyone, which for a GameCube game, I think it's very reasonable.
I think so.
Yeah, so even like 35 every one of them. I'm looking at prices right now, and
35 a piece.
yeah, it's like CIB price. Well, there's some that is like 94, but I don't know why. But the other two are like 36, 40. So I think around 35.
Yeah,
would be,
that's what I thought. And I think because of also this value would be higher if it was in yen. So I think that's pretty much what I had in mind too. So for the whole thing, let me show you what I think I can offer
calculation.
you. I say that for the whole thing, I am willing to offer 20,000 Janken Pomme yen.
Yeah, I think that would be.
Yeah,
I think that would be good.
All right.
I think so. Yeah.
But sometime I wish I have like so many Sonic games that I own and I haven't played. I'm just I'm just
You're
like waiting.
a lot.
I'm just waiting on the right moment. I feel there's always something else. There's so many games, There's so many games.
You missed the Year of Shadow last year. It was the Year of Shadow.
You know what?
Perfect
Okay. I'm about to get all the hatred out here. I think Shadow,
you don't like Shadow
is
don't say that.
overrated.
Wow.
I know.
Wow. You only get to get away with that because it's not Shadow's year. I feel like you waited for the year to end to say this. Because if it was last year, that would have been, you would get roasted on Twitter.
I just think that there's a lot of nostalgia and he's an edgy character and people have a lot of strong feeling when it's edgy plus nostalgia. I think. I don't think his story as a character is like that deep. He's just, just dark.
So? Well, I think there's a lot of like trauma with Shadow per se because he had to watch, what happens to Maria.
I actually don't know the whole story.
You don't know that what happens of like his best friend, she literally dies. And that's why he becomes Shadow.
I mean, yeah, but a lot of people get through this and they don't become like
Janken is like a lot of people unaligned. A lot of people
die. A lot of people die. Like he's not special.
He's just special. But yeah, that was the whole thing with the game, right? That he was like avenging the world because of his dying friend. That they
was he always like that? Because I feel he was introduced just like as an edgy Sonic.
I think it was like when you first see him in Sonic Adventure 2, he is edgy like that. It wasn't until like I think mid game that you actually see the backstory and everything. It's a little bit on the later half of the game.
Maybe it's like that. But then me not
I think you
playing
also
the game
remember
enough.
The Shadow the Hedgehog game where he has a gun. I think you probably have that one idea. That one is a mess. Like that game is very messy.
I think what probably made me think that it's really more the image of this character more than the character itself.
Yeah, no. And actually that game is what everyone remembers. Like even that's my image of Shadow, him with the gun and the bike. That's the quintessential Shadow image. But yeah, that game was very messy because it was like a god and he was like being controlled and there were like multiple endings. It was kind of like 06. It was like those games that's kind of like, what the hell was this? But we kind of love it now. We're kind of like, it's so bad it's good.
Yeah, it's so bad it's good.
Yeah.
All right. I'll make sure to keep that opinion here. I don't want to get canceled.
Yeah. You don't want to get canceled on Twitter, but I think you're fine. If you said this, as I said before, if you said this last year, you would get torched alive on Twitter because it was officially the year of Shadow.
Yeah. I do know that. They released so much stuff about Shadow that was crazy. All right, Lights, we are at our last item.
Final
item. Let's see what did you bring for the final item. It seems we have Fate Stay Night as the last item. What is this is like in details? Like what we're looking at right now?
So this is a pamphlet for the Fate Stay Night tracing 15 years of Type Moon exhibition that they had at the Sony Music Roppongi Museum. And this was a very, very special exhibition because I don't know if you guys are familiar with Fate Stay Night, but the visual novel, the original media of Fate, it had 3 routes: Fate, Unlimited Blade Works, and then Heaven's Feel, which every one of them represents one of the heroines, Fate being Saber, Unlimited Blade Works being Rin, and Heaven's Feel being Sakura. So this exhibition, it went from December 2019 to April 2020. And the thing is, they had 3 weeks per route. So the exhibition will change depending on the route. So the one in December that was for Fate, which is this one that I got, and I got the other ones, but my favorite probably was the Fate one. So it was an incredible exhibition. They had a real life scale Excalibur. They had like a diorama of the whole Fuyuki town, which is based on Japan as well, like the iconic Red Bridge of Fate Stay Night. It's an actual location in Japan, so it was really nice to see all that. They had a lot of unpublished material as well from Fate Grand Order and all those different things. I think it's a Kobe Bridge, if I'm not mistaken, so it was really nice to see all those things in this exhibition. There were like limited edition figures, the designs from the heroines and everything. And for me, Fate is such an important franchise because I used to like Tsukihime, which is done by Type Moon as well.
Yes, I know it.
They kept doing stuff with Tsukihime, but it was with Melty Blood, the fighting game. And they kind of like move on to Fate when it started getting really popular and everything is Fate. So because
to this day,
Tsukihime,
right?
They're trying to revive because they did the Tsukihime remake. They also did Mahoyo, and they're trying to bring other IPs back.
Oh, what I meant is
but
more
for
like
a long time.
Fate is still relevant.
Oh,
like people in Japan here, like they're still crazy about this series.
Yeah, it's crazy. Fate. It's real very loyal. I mean, Fate Grand Order has been. The gacha game has been going on for so many years now. I am a day one Fate Grand Order JP player.
Oh, look at this hipster!
I don't play gachas, but that's the one that I was like, if I'm gonna play one, this is gonna be the Fate one. So yeah, I just got really attached into Fate. I read the visual novels and did the routes. I played the other video games. They had a fighting game because Fate really was throwing a lot of things in the early days. They were doing fighting games. They were doing a lot of like small PSP games and Fate Extra, all these different things until like Fate Grand Order really hit and took them to the next level, right? They have their own Fate Grand Order convention at Makari Messe.
It did really
all
become
those
bigger.
Things. So it really did. You know, it's not as, I think right now it's kind of like a staple, you know, what like it's kind of like with the bigs, right, with Toho, but it's not really like at its peak as it was. Yeah, that exhibition was so good. It was, when it comes to exhibitions like that, I feel like it's such a special memory because you know these things won't get repeated. This is not going to be even if they do a 20th anniversary exhibition, it's gonna be the same. So it's always nice to attend those kind of things.
Okay.
Especially with franchises that have such a huge history. So in my case, it was this one. I really enjoy Fate. It's such a wonderful story.
So,
it really is, and all the 3 routes are really nice.
So here we have a pamphlet, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. But outside of that,
it's like a little book, you know.
Oh, okay.
Like a little
of the exhibition.
Of the exhibition, yeah. Has like the
was it something that you bought there? Like, was it like?
It was something that came with a ticket, like the package thing that you did.
Okay.
Because you had to buy a ticket.
So this item, let's say, it's really more about the sentimental value of
I would say so.
of you have a Fate, because you know in the end I don't want to undersell it, but it's a pamphlet, right?
I think yeah, it would be like, it's very difficult to classify it because I think for like hardcore fans it would be like really valuable per se, but like for someone that is not in the franchise,
no, I get it.
Like,
I get it.
It's a pamphlet.
No, I get it. How's the condition? Like, did you like keep it like?
Oh, it's pristine. Like I kept it in like a sleeve and everything.
Yeah, I was about to say,
like,
if you keep it in a sleeve, that's probably better. And you
Yeah.
did, so that's great. Okay. How much? It's like I say, I think the way you were talking about it was more about like the sentimental value of it, but at the same time, this is for a precise event, and it's kind of an item on someone who would like want. How can I say?
Yeah, someone that would like something
specific,
extra, something like unique. Yeah. Something that not a lot of people would have, basically, I think.
Yeah. So the way to get that would have been to went there and then to keep it and to preserve it. How much can I? I'm not sure. I'm gonna make an offer. If you think I'm incorrect, maybe I don't know the Fate fandom enough. I'm not sure. Let me think. I think, and I'm really not sure. I might be totally undersell it or totally oversell it.
No, it's okay. Shoot your shot.
But I am thinking of maybe 5,000 Japanese yen. No, you wish. Janken bomb.
5 million? Yeah.
Yes. What do you think?
So 5,000.
Yeah, $50.
I think it'll be a little bit like $50. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, if you remove.
I was literally just looking.
Zeros.
Yeah. I literally was like looking at eBay right now, and it's people are selling it with the ticket for like 50, 40.
I see, but you don't have the ticket here. You only have the.
I do have
pamphlet.
it, but I don't have it in the picture. So
Okay. So you could still have the ticket with it. That people, that's the kind of thing. Okay, that I always forget.
That's the thing.
That you can sell anything. You can literally sell anything as long as it had like kind of a limited kind of aspect to it, especially.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
You can literally can sell everything. And the fact that you found it so easily too means that people are actually really selling this. Okay.
Yeah, they are selling it. Yeah.
All right. So in the end, I was kind of close with my offer.
Yeah, you were. You were.
So experienced. So does that make sense to you, or you think we need to?
I think so.
To bargain.
I think that's okay.
But yeah, that really makes me think. We don't. How can I say? We don't realize sometimes. I think a lot of people, like for example, you were saying that the people who are collecting cards, right? And they just didn't know. Like there's so many people, like especially like say for the Pokemon cards, for example, they would have had that in their attic, and then like, oh, what a piece of junk. Cardboard, that's taking space, that's going in the trash.
They could be millionaires.
No, exactly. But like anything you own, and this is why when I invite people over and they go like, I have nothing, and I'm just like, you can make anything out of anything. Exactly. So
even stuff from like Zara, you can call it vintage Zara. You can sell anything.
Exactly.
Vintage Uniqlo, and even with Uniqlo and those collaborations,
that would work.
You can sell those.
Yeah, because it's limited.
You can sell those
because it's limited. There we go.
You can do that.
It's crazy.
As long as there's no like armpit sweat on the shirt or everything, it's probably clean.
Hey, there's some people that even like that shit. I'm not judging.
It could be. Yeah, that could even increase the value.
Exactly. And I had people making me increase the price because it had their sweat on it. So I know,
you did
right?
Have some kind of people here, some entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Look at them. See, but this is the lesson from Pomme Stars. You can sell anything.
You can sell anything.
Believe in yourself.
Yes. Oh, that's perfect ending.
Yeah.
All right. Let me see the total of you made quite a good number.
Drum rolls.
Today, I'm gonna need to just calculate it. I'm just gonna remove the image right here. Now, I will use my trusty calculator because I am not amazing with a number because some people call me himbo and everything. You have that on your side, like the people who absolutely wants to picture you as a himbo.
I don't think I've heard it. Definitely not.
No, you gotta be kidding me. You're I was yes, I was sure. They never believe me how much of a genius I am, Like, I hate it. Like, I
never heard. I don't even know what a himbo is.
I know, right? I know, exactly.
Is that a vegetable? What is that?
Is that a vegetable?
Sell it on Pomme Stars?
Do we sell himbos on Pomme Stars? See, that would sell high. That would sell high, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think that would, yeah.
I have your number.
You would have to do an auction if you were to sell one of those.
Himbo auction? I'm sure they would go for that.
Yeah.
All right. I have the money. All righty. So today you made Light a total of 154,000 Janken Pomme yen. Woohoo! Let's go.
That's good. That's good money. That is good money. Nice.
That's
you did it.
That's the people outside. They're watching through the window of the show.
That's gonna get me a really good steak.
Oh, at least one for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's
I like that the first thing like you go for what you would do with that money is getting a steak. Beef men love his beef, right?
Exactly. I do need to maintain myself, or else I will disappear.
Exactly. All right. Well, that was really I don't want to say surprising because I sound like it was out of what I was expecting, but there was stuff that I was not ready for, especially the painting. Like I really didn't think that like you would have that.
I did it,
right?
Yeah.
And here you are, you had it, and the cute stuff. Like I really liked it. That was great. Thank you for bringing us all this stuff, and we got to learn more about you.
No, thank you so much for having me. We've been talking for such a long time, so I'm really happy that I come here. And thank you so much for everyone for sticking with us throughout the portal issues, the other stuff that happened. But I think we bounced back very good from that. And no, thank you so much for having me here, for sharing your lovely community with me. It was amazing to showcase as well to my own people the stuff, because I'm usually a very private person, so I don't really get this opportunity to like show my private collection and all that. So
that's one of the things I like when I invite people over, because sometimes maybe they wouldn't do that like on their channel, like out of nowhere. So it's kind of a window. It's kind of a window to look through someone, and then I also just link your Twitch channel, and then like maybe people now they can now they know a little bit more about you. They can just see you with your usual content, right?
Yeah. Feel free to come to the bright side. We stream Monday, Wednesday, Saturdays, and Sunday at 10 a.m. CST. I think in Japanese time, JST will be midnight,
probably middle of
for the night owls. I got you covered.
And talking about that, anything coming for you? Any project? Anything? Regular streaming?
Well, yeah, we're coming with some streams. There's a lot of Marvel Rivals coming up. There's a bunch of Switch games that are coming up. I'm gonna be playing Xenoblade Chronicles X very, very soon. And yeah, you know, I've been a little bit obsessed with Marvel Rivals. Just a tiny bit.
Many of us,
so good.
Even me, who usually don't even play that kind of game.
No, me too. I was
exactly
like,
right.
I don't do hero shooters, and then I'm like, I already.
They did something. They did something right. There's a lot of us.
They did something right.
Yeah.
I also feel like it's a comic superhero thing that I'm a very good fan of superheroes.
Me too. I think it really helps.
That brought me back.
All right.
Yeah.
On my side, next week is Valentine's Day. And and I'm planning a big event. Literally in a week at 11 a.m. Japan time, which was literally a week in 18 minutes ago. And there's going to be guests. There's going to be many guests. There's going to be surprises. Nice. There's going to be reveal. There's going to be announcement. I'm going to make a big event. It's going to be a lot of fun next week on my Saturday. That is Friday, I believe, for you guys in the Americas.
The biggest thing is going to be the gift for Miss Janken, right? That's going to be the biggest thing. For Valentine's Day.
Yes, of course. Yes.
That's probably gonna be the biggest thing, right?
I mean, the biggest thing is me. So, that ain't that boom. Okay,
right.
But it's gonna be a great time. Even for Miss Janken, I promise. All right.
Nice.
Oh,
see, there's a lot.
Righty. Well, again, thank you for coming to my shop today, Light. And
thank you for having me.
Yeah, always feel free to reach out. I've been playing a lot of Marvel Rivals. If you ever need a guy, I'm right here.
Yeah, I will.
All righty. And yeah, usually I just leave with General Otsu. And then we can call episode 8 over. All right. Okay. So everybody, thank you for watching, and Otsu everyone. Bye-bye.
Otsu everyone. Bye-bye.